hasn't like actually ended the stream. YouTube sometimes has.
All right, we're on.
Okay, hold on. Let me refresh.
We're on. What's up, folks?
There we go. We're back.
There we go. I probably could have taken over the other stream somehow. I don't know how. Thought about that for a second, but all right, we're live.
We're live. Okay. Let's see.
Sweet.
Let me put, I'll link it in the Discord just so folks have it.
I don't think content live. Damn it. Let's see. How's it going, folks? Sorry about the jacked up stream there. We're trying to get this stuff straightened out. What's up, Ninja Scalp? Kazi? Yeah, Mike's good. We got Jesse in the house too.
Hey, Johnny. Hey, Johnny, Ninja Scout, Pete. Hey, guys. Thank you. Sorry about that. Thank you. I think hopefully we are not cutting out anymore. Hopefully we straightened that out.
Pineapple Pete, you were not first, sir. Not first.
Hey, Kazi.
Good try.
Let me test my audio box. Okay, all right. I can hear it. I think I got all my sound issues straightened out here.
Folks, can you guys hear me?
There's Bob.
Yeah, there's Bob right there.
You sound great.
Dude, I'm sorry about all this. I don't know what's going on over here.
No problem. No problem. John to the rescue again. Thank you, John.
No worries. No worries. Let's just see.
It's been challenged in so many freaking ways this weekend. It's unbelievable.
You haven't run over anything since, have you?
No, it ran over me. I didn't run over it. It ran over my ass.
Bob can't catch a break right now, folks.
Hopefully we're not talking about the NQ.
No, we're not talking about the NQ.
No, I was traveling back to Louisiana yesterday and a brick or something flew off. It flew up and smashed right through the grill of my car, through the radiator cooler and the radiator, or the transmission cooler and the radiator.
Oh.
And yeah, so, you know, I was on the back of a tow truck there, and
turns out the laws of physics really apply.
Yes, it does.
You were testing. He was doing some scientific back testing there, and well, laws of implicit physics still apply.
So I determined that, you know, Sir Isaac Newton, it was correct, and you know.
Well,
sorry,
thank
Bob.
God it just hit the radiator and not come through the windshield and hit you or the family, you know? Jeez.
Well, the family was back at home. They hadn't left yet. I was trying to get, and then you talk about John coming to the rescue. He had to go take care of my camper up in the back 40 to get it storm prep, which is what or winter prep, which is what I was going to do, because we're, you know, John's up there right now in you know, southern Louisiana, bracing for a blizzard.
Wow.
Are we?
Yeah.
Completely clueless.
He's not.
That's because 19-degree temperatures don't bother you from where you're from. You know, you've been in Colorado the last decade.
Yeah. It's been 17 years out there.
I was going to say he's not mentally back from the Keys, Florida Keys yet.
No, I am not.
He's still wearing shorts.
Look, he always wears shorts. He and I are just alike, and I can't tell you. I mean, John can tell you, when we were out in Colorado together, hell, we went ice. Well, we're not going to talk about the ice skating, are we? Never mind.
Oh, come on.
Never mind.
Can I not tell the story?
Okay, yeah, you can tell the story. Go for it.
No, we'll save that for another time, Bob.
Okay, I'm just going to say I have not been allowed to get on ice skates ever since, and that was Thanksgiving of 2008. So I have not been on a pair of skates for 16 years.
But he does have a Christmas ornament to remind him of it.
16 years. Wow.
Yeah. Hey, John, I think you're right. This thing was, you were saying this coming down to 450. I see a path there.
I wish I wouldn't have killed
So let's
that
be really
short.
clear. I wasn't predicting a price of 450. I was just saying for Jesse's sake,
Yeah.
I hope it gets to 450.
He was trying to make me feel better about my idiotic move. I took a short, and then I was moving my stop as it came up against me because we were in a J hook, and I was like, all right, well, I just move my stop to the top of the J hook, where the stop goes anyways, right?
Right.
And then it went up even a little further from that J hook stop out, and I moved my stop again like an idiot. And I shouldn't be doing that. But luckily, it came back down to close enough to my entry where I got nervous and killed the trade, lost a couple $100, and then it ripped down, and now we've gone even further down. So I kind of regret getting out a little early on that one, but is what it is.
So Brian, where about are you? My son's he's up in the snow belt as well, so they've been getting pummeled for the last couple days, it sounds like.
And John, I was looking for plane tickets, and there just aren't any right now to get out to Salt Lake.
It's ski season, brother.
Well, it's that, and all the airports are shut down right now.
Yeah. You might want to look at like Montrose, Colorado.
Okay.
It's MTJ is the
Okay.
So they fly in and out of there regardless of weather almost. And
Okay.
Southwest goes there. But it's a 3.5, 4 hour trek to Salt Lake from there.
Okay. Well,
So
she's
it's
not
like
going
3.5,
to. She's going to be
4
going by
hours.
herself, I'm sure. Mama's just going to want to be by her baby, right?
Uh-huh.
So I'll be keeping the other baby here and taking care of the ankle biters.
Hey, Missile, I know, man. That's my number one rule. But every once in a while, I'm an idiot. What can I say? Yeah, I mean, I almost gave everything back. So I was up like $310 before that trade. So luckily now I'm up $360 on all five tick accounts. So I'm okay right now. I'm just sitting it out. Let's see what happens. I know that's my number one rule. Don't move your stop. I need Missile or somebody to come live with me and sit right behind me when I'm trading. And just say, dude, what are you doing?
Let's see here.
Somebody, like, I could just picture Missile just chilling behind me in the rocking chair, and every time I get ready to do or I do something stupid, I hear the 12 gauge.
Either that or he just whacks you on the back of the head.
John, I keep dropping out over here.
Do you?
Really?
Yeah. Are you guys? How's the audio now? Is the audio good now?
You sound good to us. Hey Bob, you may want to just pull the power on your internet router, let it reboot, power it back up. That might
Done
help.
it 4 times today.
Oh, okay. All right.
I don't know what's going on.
You sound good. I haven't heard you drop out, but the stream.
No, your audio coming through this is good.
Yeah.
I haven't had one single problem with audio for you since you've.
Yep.
Okay.
It's just something with the streaming through OBS into YouTube is off of your machine. It just sucks.
Yeah, it was cutting out pretty bad. I missed a bunch of I heard something about a hospital, but I couldn't make out anything other than that. So I hope everything's okay.
Yeah, my son is in the hospital.
Oh.
Yeah, they took him to the ER today.
Oh no.
Well, he has what I had. Jonathan had it. He's shaking it off. His girlfriend, his fiance, she has it right now. She's not doing it very well. Bobby and Ashley both have it. Bobby has it the worst, and he actually. So I did get a call. He does have pneumonia.
Oh,
And I had not heard, and I haven't heard anything yet. No, I haven't had Amy tell me to book the tickets yet, or her ticket yet. So I think she's just waiting, but I'm waiting for that phone call from her.
that's rough, man. I grew up with COPD, so I had seasonal pneumonia and bronchitis and all that kind of nasty stuff at least twice a year my whole life until I kind of like outgrew it in my mid to late 30s. And knock on wood, hold on, let me find some wood. I have not had it in 10 years, almost 10 years.
That's awesome.
But twice a year, I remember one time they had a tube like down my throat into my lungs, like sucking
Lower
stuff
bands
out of
touch
there
NQ
because it
on
was
the
so
42.
bad. So I hope that doesn't get that bad.
I'm hoping not either, but for Bobby never goes to the hospital, but and he never goes to urgent care. He's done both in the last 3 days.
Oh no.
Where did he catch it from?
Well,
Had to be Jonathan being the carrier.
It had to be. That's what our guess is. I mean, because they work from home and they work together. And Jonathan, he left us the week after Thanksgiving.
Yep.
And that was right at the same time I got sick. So it was a week or two after he got there, he got sick. So I'm guessing that he got whatever we got and carried it out to Utah and infected Bobby and Ashley.
Hey Ben, welcome to the stream. If you're new, go ahead and subscribe, hit like. We trade the Asian session pretty much every night. It's good to see you.
And see, I wasn't wrong. Missile would have a big pot with a meat hammer waiting by your ear.
Oh boy. Ding.
The problem is he's a bad aim, so he'd probably hit you in the head with that meat hammer.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Missile doesn't seem like he'd be the kind and gentle type.
Yeah. Well, I don't need somebody saying, "Hey, excuse me, sir, why did you just move your stop?" No. I need I need the meat hammer, Missile. Oh boy.
So Brian, yeah, I've got a kid up in right outside of Davenport, Iowa, off in college, and sounds like they're taking it's a little on the chilly side.
Yeah, but see, they can, they're going to be college kids. They know how to stay warm.
Well, if you need some help around consistency rules, we can explain the consistency rule, but you might have to explain your own math for the consistency rule.
Yeah,
Jonathan, if you toss out what you've got, we can kind of walk through it.
Yeah, the real easy way to do it, Jonathan, is take all the dashboards for all the trading firms show you your max, your biggest win day, right? So let's say for me it's $1,500 right now, and so what you do is you take 1,500 divided by 0.2, the 20% consistency rule, and then that'll tell you the total P&L you got to get before you drop down to 20%. I hope that helps. So for me, I think it's $8,000. Let me see, 1,500 divided by 0.2, $7,500. I got to get these accounts up to $7,500 before I'm cool. So that was my mistake. I made too much one day, and now I'm got to pay the price. So 2160 on Thursday. Okay, so 2160. That's gonna be tough, dude. So 2160 divided by 0.2. You're gonna have to make a total of $10,800 before that 2160 is below or at the 20% consistency rule. So that's
but they're on a
works.
50% consistency rule, so.
Oh, okay, yeah, no problem then. So you just need to double that amount. So that's it. You just 2160 times 2, and that's the amount you got to get to pass. There you go. No problem. Much easier.
That's the amount you have to get to pass, but that's not what you don't have to do that in a single day.
Hey, Dork, what's up? Glad to have you here, Dork. All right, well, we managed to get everybody back. We got 39 folks watching, and we've got 19 likes. If you haven't yet, hit that like button.
Let's see.
50% consistency rule to pass. So, Jonathan, I assume you're probably with
Thank you,
Top
Dork.
Step. You using Top Step? I've been thinking about getting back to some Top Step accounts. I haven't decided yet, but I don't know of another firm that does the 50% thing other than Top Step, so I'm assuming it's them. Yeah, thank you, Dork. Hey, Jeff. My Funded Futures Starter Plus. Oh, the Starter Plus is a 50% also? Okay. Good to know. I've been thinking about that too. I'm trying to get 50 accounts like John has. I want to go all in, John.
Not for the faint of heart, Jesse. I've taken no trades in my PAs tonight whatsoever.
I haven't loaded up all my Apex account, my PAs on Apex. I've only traded my 5 tick accounts, and so I'm up 360. I may or may not do another trade. If there's a perfect setup, I might, but my daily goal, which is like Asian session through tomorrow morning's open, right, is I'm only trying to do $500, so I only really need one and a half more trades. So I'm gonna be super patient and wait for a great opportunity and not push my luck.
Gotcha. Probably smart, sir.
Yeah. It's my New Year's resolution. I got to get back to back to one contract at a time and following my channels and not moving my stops. Missile. There we go. That's my New Year's resolution. That way I don't need to hire Missile to come be my personal hitman against myself. Anybody else make any New Year's goals, resolutions?
I swore to give up my addiction to the hokey pokey.
And you've almost turned yourself around. I know the dad.
I think I've got myself turned around.
How about the chat? Anybody out there? Any good resolutions? Any smokers giving up the cigarettes or Copenhagen users giving up the chew? Anything? Trading related stuff? Anything cool? Get my first payout. There you go. That's a great. So Brian, I've been on a. If you follow the stream, I recognize your name. I've seen you around here, so you may know my story. I mean, I went from pretty good, successful trader on prop firms, which are difficult to trade, payouts and all, and then I've been on a dry streak for the last, I don't know, what's it been, John? Month and a half? Bob, do you remember? Probably about a month and a half.
I know that you've been up and down over the past couple of weeks. I've only been back 2 weeks.
Yeah, the last couple of weeks are the worst. It's like I was up $89,000 and then gave most of it back on that Friday, and man, so I was getting away from my meat and potatoes, my bread and butter. And so my New Year's resolution is to get back to what was getting me payouts, and that is simple. One contract at a time, $500 a day. That's it. Walk away. So that's I hear you. I'm with you there, Brian. Hold me accountable and I'll help hold you accountable. How about that? Cut out all sodium for better health. There you go. That's a good one. Yes, Jonathan. Yep. Sorry, I missed your message there. Yes, that's it. It can be done in one day, but I think what John was saying is it doesn't have to be, so don't feel pressured into
Lowering
doing the
that
rest of
NQ
that
on
balance in one
42.
day, right? Because we've all been there before where you're feeling that pressure, you want to just get it done, and then you friggin' blow it, right? So take it slow. You don't have to pass it in 2 days. So
Better off with baby steps than trying to do it all in one swing.
that's right. Talk to
There you
me.
go.
Remember last week I blew up 20. I passed 20 Apex accounts and blew the PAs up on the second trade the next day. Bought them all again and passed them that day. I mean, who wants to keep doing that, right? No.
That's right.
Number one, it's embarrassing because of John and Bob, I'm a public figure now.
Hey, don't blame me.
You guys
Don't blame me.
You guys turned me into a YouTube superstar over here.
John, I still have that very first video where Jesse showed up and says, "Hey guys, you want me to come online? You want me to come on?"
I didn't say that. I'm pretty sure I didn't.
Ooh.
I did not say that.
Challenge accepted.
I think you guys said, "Hey, you want to come on the microphone?" And I was like, "Hell no."
I think I was like, hey, sure, we'll take a victim.
Yeah, I'm pretty
What you
sure
didn't
that was what
realize
it
is you were
was.
signing up for a full-time job.
Yeah. I
That's
thought
right.
Wait a second, even better, a full-time job with 0 pay or benefits. You're welcome.
Yeah, you guys are gonna have to roll out the benefits package. I want a 401k match, 6%, Bob.
Okay, no problem. I'll give you 100% match. Wait, John, help me out with the math there. 100% of 0 is what?
Yeah, you're exactly right, Bob. It's a great benefit.
Yeah. So, hey, Pete. Yeah. So I'll answer that real quick. Hey, Trucker, what's up, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Hit like, hit subscribe. We're here every night trading NQ during the Asian session. We'd love to see you back. Pineapple 500 a day. Well, it's not boring for 3 months if you're doing it across all the accounts, Pineapple. So yes, I use the Algobox trade copier, and so back when I was getting payouts, I was doing, my target was $500 a day, just in the beginning to build a buffer, and then because I was copying 16 accounts across multiple prop firms, so what I would do is I'd do 500 a day across all the accounts, build up a buffer, and then take payouts. And then I would switch to only $200 a day, which for me, for my trade setups, that's only 2 trades. 2 trades, 1 contract each. Granted, you know, they both got to be winners, right? But at $200 a day across 10 days, I get back up to the same dollar amount where I can take that $2,000 payout again. So I'm getting back to that. So for right now, for the next, I have 8 days left. At 500 a day, then I'm going to drop down to $200 a day. And that's all I need. I have a lot more than 16 accounts now, but back then when I was getting payouts and life was good, I had 16 accounts and it was $200 a day. It was pretty easy. I mean, knock on wood, right? It was easy, but maybe the market was just in my favor for several months in a row. But and now it's not. I mean, who knows? We will see how this plays out. But yes, so my goal right now is $500 a day on every account until I've got that $5,000 buffer built up, and then I'm switching to $200 a day. So y'all hold me to it. Don't let me go nuts. Mike says full port. Yeah, that's what makes me go nuts, Mike. Thank you. You're a good friend.
So, John, I took a quick short off of the.
I'm
You guys
still.
hear me?
You moved your charts on me, so I'm having to rework all of my stuff again for you. I'll throw your charts up as soon as I've got.
No, that's
everything
fine, John. I
set
didn't.
up.
Okay. Oh, you know what I did? I took the 6. They told me I had to move the big. I had stolen the TV from the den.
Mm-hmm.
And I was told to put it back. So the boss, the 10-year-old could not watch something about Charlie, I guess, or I don't know.
All right, Bob, I think your charts are up now.
Okay. Hey, Wisdom, I'll answer that. Yeah, I was trading Apex, Tradeify, and Tick Trader. And before that, I was using Top Step and My Funded Futures. And so I've gotten away from them because I have 20 Apex accounts, and I ended up blowing up the Top Step accounts and My Funded Futures a long time ago, and I just never went back because Apex is so much cheaper. However, my buddy John here has got 50 accounts across all kinds of prop firms, and so I'm trying to inch my way up to that. I don't know if I could get that many.
I'm not bragging at all right now because I can blow these things up in about 2 seconds. All it takes is me to press one button right now.
Yeah, don't do it.
Delta NQ on the
Don't
6.
do it. Don't press the button. But
tonight is that kind of night.
Yeah, calm down, man. Calm down. Take a breath. Walk away.
Well, what I was saying was I took the Gartley when the Gartley matured on the 9s, and I wrote it up to the shark.
There you
The
go.
red shark on the 3. Yeah, I scraped out 20 ticks, got a cool $100,
There you go.
and took it to the opposing signal and stopped. And
So
it
your
hesitated there.
charts are up there, Bob.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Okay,
Cool.
there you go.
Yeah, wisdom. That's the whole point, right? So you use leverage across multiple prop firms. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. You know, we keep seeing prop firms come and go, and you know they change the rules all the time on you, right? So the way I see it is spread your risk and leverage across multiple different companies, and then in the end, if we're successful, you end up with multiple live accounts across multiple firms, and you can trade with a little more leverage even if you've got a handful of live accounts too. So that's my goal anyways. So thank you, sir.
Hey, John, I got a question for you. Are you shading your your king timing lines?
Yep.
How do you? Hey, Mike, what's happening?
So go into indicators.
Bob, if you want to show my screen, I can walk you through it. Or you can. Yeah,
you're not sharing your screen there, Jesse.
Oh shoot! Yeah, go ahead, John. You got it. Then you got it.
So just click on your timing lines.
Okay.
So and then go to edit price levels. Add the 350.
Go into the indicators, right?
All you have to do is click on one of the timing lines.
Okay.
Just double click on it. Edit price levels.
Oh, doesn't matter now. You're going to need to take over the screen because I clicked on indicators and it froze my screens up.
Okay. But for anybody who doesn't know, you just go in, click on your timing lines, you add the 350, you click visible, and then you go back, excuse me. I turn off everything but large and king timing. And then go to price level opacity there. There's a video on Vinny's site that shows it. I'll find it and link it in here. Pablo, welcome back.
Hey, Pablo. Hey, Captain. Hey, Salvo. AMD Ryzen 7 could run Algobox. Sure, why not? I don't know a ton about AMD, but I think the Ryzen's one of their upper end processors, right? I think.
I will tell you, there was a video, and it was a couple of years back, that Vinny said to not use the AMD processor, and be far from it. Be it far from me to tell you why. I don't know the answer to that. You guys, you and John, Jesse, you and John can speak to that a lot better than I can.
I can speak to it on the higher end commercial stuff. The benchmarking is just fine. It's comparable, if not better, on the higher end commercial stuff. Absolutely. I have a ton of customers that are converted from AMD or from Intel to AMD. There's some challenges when you do that, but I have a ton of large data center customers that leverage AMD.
So in my quest for my new laptop, John, should I be focused on Intel, or can I expand into, for pricing reasons, get to the AMD?
You just have to you have to check the specs on it and understand what you're buying. Number of cores, how those cores are actually working. I don't know all of the AMD procs. Like I said, I know the high-end commercial server proc lines.
I think that's why I'm more inclined to stick with the i9, the 14.9 i9 with, I think it's 24 cores.
Yeah.
I just don't know if it's better or worse, or, but I think at that point, getting an equivalent is going to save me what, $100?
Yeah. I'll be honest with you. I mean, I have a machine that runs.
Enigma is short on the
running an old
NQ3.
12,000 series Intel proc, and it runs Algobox just fine.
Okay. I'm still trying to fire my dude up.
All right, I'm back. Can you all hear me?
Believe it or not, it's an old HP Envy desktop. There's nothing special about it, and it runs just fine.
Good.
Keep all the other crap off of it. You don't use it as a personal workstation. You treat it as just a trading station. You will not have problem.
That's right. So I think I mentioned to Bob and John earlier that I had a buddy coming over to watch this pretty crazy Sunday night football game. So he just got here. That's why I had to go get the door. So I'm gonna have to step out on y'all. But are you guys gonna be streaming? Because I'll come back.
Sounds good.
I want to stream as long as I can.
Okay. I'm just catching up on the chat. I don't want to leave anyone hanging. Detroit all the way, says Total Dork. Yeah, this is a big game, man. Two really good teams. It's hard to walk
put your
away.
money where your mouth is. Let's take some wagers here.
I was just going to say it's hard to walk away from the charts, I'll tell you that.
So Pineapple Pete. So admittedly, let me see if Ninja Trader's actually freed that money up yet. I wish I'd have just wired it or did an ACH instead of doing it via card. That was the dumbest thing I've ever done.
Well,
still not. It should be released to me tomorrow. But anyway, I'm doing a $500 account, and I'm gonna trade with a single micro for the first week. That's all I'm doing. Single micro, trying to make $50 a day.
John, can you see my screen on your video?
Yeah.
It hung up again, and I'm in Task Manager.
Mm-hmm.
You see this one where it says suspended? What the hell is that telling me?
Let me get over to a different place so I can actually see.
And Jonathan, that Enigma short right there hasn't officially stopped out yet, and the price didn't really rip up from it.
It stopped out.
Oh, okay. Maybe I wasn't live. Yep, just stopped out. So those aren't 100%. So you got to use them in confluence with other stuff. And so
the filter on that for me
yeah,
would be that the fast moving averages, the moving averages are sideways basically there, but the fast is still above the slow.
That's right.
So,
and if we come back down through that Enigma entry zone and you're hearing sellers on the audio box, Jonathan, then it's a second try rule. So I had stepped away when that Enigma fired off, but I'm wondering if you were hearing buyers or sellers on the tape. So that's another filter on the Enigmas.
Yeah. The other thing that you can't see, Jonathan, is, and I can throw this over here in the corner. That'll give you an idea of what's going on. If we're not hearing it through Audiobox, which I'm going to test that right now, that should be working. It is. This can also give you a graphical representation of price. and whether it's buyers or sellers.
Oh, I'm hearing Disneyland firework or Disney World fireworks. I'm jealous. Hey, can you actually see them, Bob, or only hear them?
Oh yeah, you can
Aw.
actually see them.
Now I'm really jealous. Okay, guys, I'm gonna step away. I'm gonna leave the stream running, and I'll check back in on the on halftime, and then when the game's over, I'm gonna come join the stream again. If you guys are still hanging out, sound good?
Yep.
Sounds good to me.
All right, see you guys soon.
See you soon, Jesse. John, I'm trying to fire it back up again.
All right, Pete. Let's see if I can get back to what we were talking about there. So, yeah. So the goal, Pineapple Pete. So the goal is week 1. It's $50 a day with just a single micro. That's my goal. Week 2, and I won't actually graduate. So until I reach $750, I wouldn't actually graduate to the ability to take on another contract. So once I get above $750, then I'll go to 2 micros. Then your goal then is $100 a day. So continuing to scale that with 1 micro at a time. So every time you make an additional 250, you can move up another micro.
Hey, John.
Yes.
I have hung up yet again. So
You're having a good night.
I am having a great night. I'm going to go for a reboot. I'll be right back.
Yep, sounds good.
All right, bye.
So that's kind of the concept in my head right now, Pete. How it plays out, we're going to find out. I'm not sure. That's where I think I'm kind of directionally headed. So feedback is always welcome. We're going to find out. I mean, I could look like a complete moron by the time it's all said and done. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. But it's going to be a good challenge for me personally, and you guys will be the ones that hold me accountable. So the goal is to use it around like a couple different larger trade setups inside of Algobox, right? You're exactly right. It is doable. It's just an issue of patience and concentration. You're exactly right. We'll see how it works out. Who knows? Captain Price, I can't believe you're a Waze kind of guy. That's an inefficiency. You could just use maps. It's built in. It's native to the OS. You can use cops inside of, you can identify cops inside of maps. Speed checks. I shouldn't say that. You might not be an Apple user. So I'm making an assumption there. My apologies. Oh, you're both. Nice. All right. Back to regularly scheduled programming. How did this work out? It's Bob's stream. He's offline. Jesse took off. Now you guys got stuck with me. Jeff's running the AMD. Nice. Works pretty well for you there, Jeff? Very true, Captain Price. It won't. It won't. I don't know about that there. I'm probably even more selective trading now than I've been, so I will sit around and wait on something at this point. Unless it's something that's totally nice. I'm looking for a trap back down.
Double delta
and then I will try to So what you can't see is I'm looking over here on the 6s. So I'm looking for another move on this guy. And then I'll try to play it back towards where are we at relative? The other thing that I need to look at, and we can pop this up. You guys know I love some of Mike's content around volume profile, and well, this is all relevant stuff too. So let's take a look at the daily volume profile from Friday. We are below the point of control from Friday. We have not gone up and taken out value area high. You do have, many would call them caves. The proper term, I think, is a minus development area here, but it's an under-traded area in the map from Friday. Weekly volume profile, we did come and take out, I think we've taken out value area high at this point on the weekly, and we've popped back above it. So if that's the case, then we can be looking back to target some of the thin structure up above us. Potentially, if you do look, you've got a thinly traded area right through here. I can highlight that. You can see it on the charts pretty well, but kind of back up towards that 600. So kind of from the high of the day Friday up to about 610. It's a pretty thinly traded area, which will offer a juicy target at some point. Not suggesting that it'll happen tonight. It's just concepts and ideas that we should be aware of. Larger time frame. Yeah, Mike, you're right. That is a weekly POC below us. But we need to get below 476 before I can start really thinking about that. Let's see here. Maybe this will get me. All right, sweet. Now I can see the chat where I want it. Perfect. So Jeff, what platforms do you have? What do you trade with? Are you a tick-based chart guy? Are you a Ninja Trader guy? Gotcha. So right now I'm flat. And we haven't taken out, now that I say that, we have not taken out value area high on the week. 477.50. Yeah, we just missed value area high on the week. So that's a pretty high probability target. Let's see what we got over here. 1 and 5 minute charts. Okay. Inside candles on the 5 minutes. Yeah, I've done a little gold trading. Still do. Oh, we're going full bore tomorrow? Just 35 contracts and just let it rip? I think that's what we advocate around here. Max contract size, no stops, no targets. Close it at the end of the day. And I mean, technically, with the market that only goes up, you're getting a deal right now by buying below the opening price. Like it's like that shopping math for women or whatever, right? You're getting a discount right now on the opening price. How does it get any better than this? It's like a 15% coupon. Girl math, there you go. That was the term I was searching for. Can you tell I'm divorced? Joe couldn't speak to that. Absolutely not. I have a feeling I'm going to get stabbed with a stiletto the next time I see Carr. Ah, dork. That's classic right there. I didn't spend any money because I put it on a credit card. Girl math. Oh, that's good. See, they leave it to just me on the mic, and all of a sudden the stream goes downhill. Oh Lord. Oh, that's good, Joe. That is awesome. Fantastic. All right, let's see if we can actually get a little trade setup going here. Not exactly in love with any of this. I would have thought we'd have taken out the weekly value area high, at least down there. We didn't do that. If you get back above the point of control on the NQ, which is 513.75, then I can start looking to target basically 552.75, which was high of day. Let's see if this will pop back. All right, so both channels are red, or the channel on 9s is red. Channel on the 3s is green. Obviously, we'll wait and see if we can't get these channels to change. Yeah, exactly. Well, speed on the 3s is 8, 2. I mean, we're straight up killing it over here, speed-wise. Bankroll, what's happening, dude? Yeah, once it turns to double zeros, then we can really get going on the speedo. Oh man, that's terrible. Sorry to hear that, buddy. Sorry to hear that. Obviously, I think Bob's dealing with a similar situation, so seems like that's in the air. Those feel a little interesting. I'm gonna let this play out though. I'm not doing anything. I am not doing anything. I'm looking for that push back down still. I never got the full trap moves short. On that Titanic zone from before, so oh, that's interesting. Jeff uses a donkey in channel as well. So I do on gold and oil. It just lets me know where, for me, it's on a 60-minute, 60 period. So it just lets me know if it's a new high within an hour, new high or new low.
Fib dot, NASDAQ on the MACV.
That's funny. So Jeff, are you a follower of Bob Anderson? Yep. I like good old Bob. He's a good one. Yeah, none of us have ever mentioned him on the channel, but yeah, I have. He's actually, his trade setups, or anybody that asks about futures trading, that's the person I send them to go learn his stuff. He's a guy. It's the Futures Trading Dirty of Bob Anderson. He's on YouTube. He's a guy that built a YouTube channel, I guess. I don't know. I think his channel started about 18 months ago. And it's based around minute-based charts. 1 minute, 5 minute. And his primary instrument used to be oil and gold. Although he trades in Q a lot more now. Actually, he started out trading just ES and oil. But good guy. Seems like a genuine guy. He did try to do that whole automated bot thing that I paid for, and kudos to him for bagging that thing. That was didn't work out the way he hoped, but hey, it's the way it goes sometimes. But his trade setups are not bad. Yeah, gold, oil, RTY. He did ES for a while. I mean, if you go look at his early videos, he was a big ES guy. That's how he got all of his original stuff. And he's good for a laugh. But his channel is literally, it started out as just an accountability thing. He gained a followership, and he does a little bit of trade recapping for his days and walking through his setups. They're very, very, very simple trade setups. Yeah. So I'll admit I use Algobox with the open range break stuff. Yeah, he did leave the prop firm game. He's just trading cash now. And I don't disagree with his premise behind that at all, Joe. I do think the prop firm game actually, it creates a very disciplined trader, but it also creates a trader that's missing out on a ton of profits. Because we talked about this the other night, I think. It was it's very simple. I mean, we get penalized with certain prop firms for holding runners. And you can actually blow an account with an actual trader Rob. Yeah, I've done the whole inside candle thing with oil and gold. Hey. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that setup, really. Maybe on a 5-minute time frame it might be better, but I know on the ones it was pretty inconsistent. Yeah, so Missile, I've actually passed an account and blown an account on the same trade. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. I was so frustrated when that happened. It was happened during a news event. Enjoy, Missile. We should be here when you get back, buddy. Delta's starting to decline on the threes. We'll see what happens here. Let me look at it on the... No real delta to speak of over here on the nines. We'll see how this all plays out. So he's doing the inside candle on the 5 minute now. I didn't know that. He's changed the strategy off of the original premise, which was on a 1 minute candle. Makes sense. He also had that Rob reversal thing that he did as well, which actually wasn't bad. I stopped looking at it for a while. I wasn't interested in a 35-point stop on the NQ. But I think that was based off of 15. It was... I back tested it pretty heavily. It was actually profitable over a year's time. It was just you lose 7 or 8 of those in a row, and well, it's not ideal. I'm not interested in 1-to-1 type trades. EQ giveth, EQ taketh away. Yeah, that's the markets for us, right? The way it works. That is the way it works. Folks, we are the Day Trading Nomads. Please like, subscribe. We're here every night during the agent session. We're down a couple Nomads tonight. Jesse found it more important to go watch football with a buddy instead of hanging out with you fine folks. So when he comes back, I encourage everyone to give him a ration of shit. And Bob's dealing with a family situation right now with his one of his sons is in the hospital, so keep him in your thoughts and prayers if you would, and we'll keep you updated on how young Mr. Bobby is doing. We are just consolidating in this tight little range. It feels like we're back to right around Thanksgiving again. We're in a nice 40 tick range, and I won't lie, I have no earthly idea which way to go with this. So until the market kind of declares on what's happening, I'm gonna sit on my hands and watch. Hey, wait a second. Do we have Bob back?
I think so. Do you have me back?
Yeah, I've got you back, buddy.
All right. I've been trying to struggle with this. A buddy of mine called, I was actually on the phone with Bobby. Bobby is back home. He does have pneumonia. They've given him steroids, an inhaler, and some super duper antibiotics. They gave him a couple of IVs, and then they sent him home.
Well,
he says he feels better, but we'll see how that works, how he's doing in the morning.
yep. That's
All right.
good.
Good. Thanks, Missile. Sounds like the sounds like we're working. John, can you see my screens okay? And I'm not asking you to share them. I'm just asking if
Yeah, I can see them. They're
Okay.
perfect.
All right, cool.
They're coming through just fine, buddy.
All right, good.
The only thing I'd say is you're missing the MacBU up there if you want it.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Yeah, I just hadn't gotten that far yet. Trying to get everything else fixed up. All right, let's do that. Let's get the MacBU happening.
Methylene blue.
Yeah, I'm not
What is
sure about that
methylene
one.
blue?
I can tell you a story from LSU about methylene blue. It's something they give animals, John, to track the urinary system. So at vet school, my RA, Tom, and I can't remember Tom's last name, but he was in vet school, and anyway, they give animals methylene blue so that they can check out they can X-ray or see it in the ultrasound or whatever of the cow or the horse or whatever they're checking out, the urinary tract system. The side effect is it makes you pee blue. So one night I got drunk and ended up passed out in the back of Tom's truck, and the next morning they had carried me back to my dorm room, and I stumbled down the hall. And this was Hodges Hall over at LSU, by the way. Stumbled down the corridor, got into the restroom, and started standing up peeing. And I looked down, and I was peeing blue, and I yelled, screamed, and all you could hear were people down the hall laughing their ass off. So apparently, they slipped me some methylene blue. So that's how I know about methylene blue.
Noted.
Yeah. the stuff they do in college, right?
Let's see. Of course, I go straight to Google.
Of course, I didn't have Google available back then, but
Yeah, so you just tried it.
I didn't try it. They put it in my last cocktail, or they put it in the water that they gave me before they shoved me in my bed. And, I had a pretty good knot on my head, so I'm not so sure they didn't drop me along the way.
Bob, question number 4 in Google here is, does methylene blue make you look younger?
Well, John,
Maybe
I
we
was
should go
almost
invest
17.
in some. Maybe that could be our first giveaway for our stream demographic here. We got a few older folks here, so.
Well, it's a toss up. We can give away methylene blue, or we can give away little blue pills. Just saying. Did I say that out loud? I think I did.
Joe says bullshit. You drank it willingly.
I drank a what?
You drank it willingly.
I drank it willingly? No. I tell you what, at 3:00 in the morning, in the back of Tom, man, what is Tom's last name? In the back of Tom's pickup truck. And the funny thing is, they didn't know I was in the back of the pickup truck. And they went back on the backside of the levee, and Tom has a 4-wheel drive. So they went back mud. And so they were throwing mud everywhere. And when they pulled up in front of Hodges, and I wasn't awake for this, but when they pulled up in front of Hodges Hall, they got out of the truck and walked back to the dorm and heard a noise come from the back of from the bed of the truck going, ugh. And Tom turned to I can't remember what the other guy's name. Oh man. Anyway, did you hear that? And they walked back there and they looked over the side of the truck, and they were both kind of short. Carrie. It was Carrie. The other guy was Carrie. And they looked over the top of the truck, and there was this big old pile of mud. And apparently I opened my eyes and they could see the white of my eyes. And they were like, oh shit. So Anyway.
Classic.
Yeah, it was a hell of a night. It was a hell of a night. What do you do? I'm sure we all have stories like that.
Nope, I don't have any.
Okay,
I spent my entire time I was, at like Fellowship of Christian Athletes or something.
Yeah, so I know you're at Joe's house, so Joe's running for cover right now because lightning is going to strike.
Yep. Let's see. So Brian, your question there, it is when you get up over 100 blown PAs, then give us a call. It's completely normal, buddy.
That's funny.
You should not be worried. The one thing I would suggest is do it one account at a time until you prove that you can get a payout.
Yeah.
Then once you've been paid out before,
Double delta NQ on the 6.
Once you get a payout, then start scaling your inventory.
All right, so knock on wood, I think I've got everything running. Again, I feel like the guy from Apollo 13 sitting in the capsule back on Earth, trying to figure out how to bring up all the systems without tripping the main breaker. All right, let's see here. All right, I think I got everything up and running. So what did I miss? Did I miss anything?
All right, let's see. I think we've still got a little bit shorter to go here. We're going to go take out that weekly value area high. What you want to bet?
I had to turn that off, John. I've got one volume profile chart happening, and that's it.
That would be 77.50, so it'd be just below the low of the day. I'm not, obviously, I feel so good about us doing that. I'm so convicted I'm flat.
Okay. All right. All right.
Joe, I've never taken a 300K account and put 35 contracts on. Never done that before. Admittedly, I did it just what was it? 2 months ago? We were actually streaming, so it had to be in the last 3 months. I'd gotten this 300K account, $1,500 from qualifying like 6 different times. And I finally got so frustrated one day, I just loaded up 35 accounts. I set my target at what would have passed it with no stop. And I pressed go.
How'd that end up for you, John?
I didn't have a 300K account when the day was done. I didn't have to worry about that one anymore.
No, you didn't. No, you did not. All right.
Brian, where are you at on your journey? How long have you been trading? Yeah, so like I said, one account at a time. You're not, the fact that you have one that even funded in that time frame, kudos to you. Take your time, learn your setups, journal your trades, evaluate your winners, evaluate your losers. And there's a lot of good resources, whether it's, us here at the Nomads. Other way around. Or you can obviously watch Benny and his stuff on Algobox Official. But there's plenty of sources to go and perfect your trading. Let's see. All right, I think I got that fixed now. Perfect.
Did I break something else?
No, I kept getting feedback. So.
Is it coming from me?
No, it's coming from me.
Oh, okay.
I think it's pretty common to be nervous when you're in a trade.
If you're not nervous, you're not doing it right.
I also think it's part of it is yeah, I mean, well, especially at night, it's easy to what I call short stroking a trade, so you cut it off early. But it's a common problem against all of us, right?
Yeah,
but it comes down to like the confidence in your setups. So I would say then if you know your setups and you know like what your win rates are around certain trade types, then you know how that plays out. I mean, the reality is if you don't want to lose money, this is the wrong game to get into. Because losing is part of it.
definitely
I think Mike
have
has
to
said it
learn
on
how
his
to
stream,
lose.
and he's said it to me 1,000 times. But it's, and I know Vinny said it in his videos, you have to learn how to lose to become profitable.
The second 40 days of Vinny's syllabus has everything to do about learning how to lose.
Yep. Oh, Pete, it's pretty funny. It's kind of funny. So I can actually, and I'll have to pull it up at some point. If I actually look at like some of my accounts that are using like either Tradify or Tradify, TickTick, or my funded futures, you actually see my trades that are shorter in duration are much more profitable than anything I hold over 30 seconds. Because typically it'll rip to my targets because that means I'm in the right direction. There's Cash. What's happening, buddy? Good to see you, Chris. So I'm sitting here, obviously, market's not really doing anything. So I'm not interested in taking a guess at which way this is going to go.
John, how's your day looking tomorrow?
Pretty busy, but I can carve out some time. What you got, buddy?
I just want to figure out what my issue is over here. And look, it could be tomorrow afternoon when we're all, before the stream.
Bob, I don't have a couch.
You don't
mess with everybody.
Don't have a couch. Man, thanks, John. I appreciate that.
Oh, that's good.
No, I wanted to go over my video workspaces. I think it's my headphones. Now that I'm thinking about it, these things are on their last leg. Well, I mean, they're hanging by a thread.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still on the Yeti mic, and that seems to be working okay. But I have no other headphones to listen to, and I have to have the desktop silent because I don't want that coming over the mic.
Yeah, I mean, I can hear every time your chair even creaks. That mic is good.
Yeah,
that mic is good. It picks up a lot, and it sounds good. It's coming across really nice.
Well,
so let's not touch the mic.
Not touching the mic.
But I mean, at that point, all you need is any cheap pair of headphones.
Yeah, no, I'm going to go to Best Buy tomorrow to get some. Because I really do like the Yeti mic. I do. Okay, where did that go? That just hung up again? Yep, I just hung up again.
Really?
Yep, that hung me up.
What did you do?
Well, I moved a chart that you couldn't see from one location to another, and that's all it took.
Do you have real-time protection off? Do you have...
Yeah, I have it off. All right, well, let's see if I can get it to restart without having to reboot. When it gets this bad, I usually have to start fresh with new charts. But Mike sent me he tried to call me in my downtime when I was on the phone with Bobby. He says, he told me that he thinks he's got an answer for me. Why I'm having so many problems.
Well, give him a call and then report back what the solution is.
All right, I'm gonna go mute, okay?
Yep.
All right, I'll be back.
The real-time protection toggle. So it's in security. Are you running Windows? If you're running Windows 10 or 11 Pro, so it's in Windows security. And real-time protection is here. But if you're running Pro, you can use group policy to make sure that's all turned off. And I can show you how to do that real fast. So you just go to the search bar and type in MMC, and that'll pull up this. Then you go to add, remove, snap in. And then from there, you can go to group policy, local computer. And then you go to computer settings. Windows. Is it Windows or the... Windows components. Microsoft Defender, real-time protection, and turn off real-time protection enabled. If you apply that, then you can that'll automatically keep it off. But you have to have pro to do that. Home does not work that way. Just sitting here consolidating around the lows makes me want to go short. Won't lie. Chris, what's up? Welcome back. So did the Denver Donkeys actually win? Is that what I'm seeing there, Cash? Ooh. The Donkeys pulled it out. There we go. Donkeys, Bills. Next week. So the Bills basically have a bye next week. But good for them for making the playoffs with a rookie QB. I know nothing about any of those guys.
Order filled. Target filled. Target filled.
Shiny object syndrome happens to everybody. So I squeezed down a quick trade on a single account. Obviously, you're seeing my sim account loaded up. You didn't see me take the trade off stream. And I squeezed out 35 bucks before that in this cipher. I guess that's not a cipher. That's a... It's a different pattern there. It's not labeled. I do know that. So, Missile, I don't have a problem with taking those things in harmonics in a range like we are when we're range bound like this, especially near the top of the range. I have no problem taking a harmonic play there. There's so little heat on a harmonic. I don't have a real issue taking those. This one was even better. Let me see if I can pull up one other thing here. All right, so Apex is 9% short. Is that what I just read? %16 long. %13 long. Let's see. Trying to get a window right. See if I can make this actually happen now. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, see, that was a great harmonic coming south, coming back short. Play it back into the center of the zone. Yeah, that's a great harmonic coming back into the zone. It's a good play. Plus, it's multi-time frame, so what you didn't see as well is you had the same cipher on the 6. So it's a multi-time frame play. And I was busy messing with windows. I took the previous, like I said, made a quick scalp out of it, got out of the way. Recognized when it wasn't going to go completely in my direction, took my profit and ran. See if we still have indicators. All right, I don't have it on here. Perfect. So to me, that harmonic is still playing out. So I still would have a target all the way down here. I mean, here ultimately would be the play, but I mean, even you could take it all the way down to this leg. And if it definitely breaks this, but this harmonic is still playing out. There it goes. And like I said, I'm still short biased, so. I want to see how many times have we pushed the low here? Just once. That's a nice. That could be a trap down. That could have been a trap. Let's see. We've got one leg, two legs. Let's see if we get a third and fourth. See if we can get that nice four-legged dog trap. Mini middle fingers. I like to play those. I don't know the middle finger play. I know it's in the. I've heard it referenced before, but I don't know it. Shocker though, it's not. I don't see it in the. And that shark does. I mean, it is a shark at the bottom of the range. This is where harmonics play out. Just not getting what I want to see out of any of this, that's for sure. Take care, Pete. Casey, what's up, dude? Hey, who are the Cowboys playing in the playoffs this year? Bad joke. Too soon.
Okay, John,
What's
can
up,
you
Bob?
see my screens?
Yep. I sure can. You think you got it fixed?
Okay, let's start with, can you hear me, period?
I can hear you just fine. Oh my lord. Nice, Casey. Going back to paradise there in Gun Barrel, Texas. Make sure you get in. Make sure you get some of that glute work in. Wouldn't want Jesse to be All right, let's see. I'll let us push back up, get back to the top. We'll see what happens up here.
Fib dot, NASDAQ on the MACD.
Nice little trap move, potentially. We'll see. See what happens. All right, fib dot on the 9s that we are trying to crack right now. And we need more video proof, Casey. So, Adam, which trade copy are you using? For starters, which trade copy are you using? Are you using Algobox trade copier? It initiates the trade across the connected accounts, but doesn't close all the positions. All right, next question is going to be which prop firm are you using? Are you connecting to? Apex Trade of 8. All right. Are you using limit or market orders for the close on that? That's going to be based on your ATM. Are you using one of the default Algobox ATMs? So that's your entry, but is it limits? Yeah, okay. So Jesse can talk to it when he gets back on stream, but I know he's discovered an issue on market orders for that. Has to be limit orders. I think it's a bug that needs to get reported to Vinny too. So it's great for market entry, but market orders on exit, I know. I'm not a user of the Algobox trade copier, so I can't speak to it, but I know Jesse had discovered something around that. So when Jesse hops on, we can have him speak to it, but it definitely needed to be limit orders. Boy, J-Trade, that's might be an interesting call there, sir. I'm looking at this push up. 1, 2, 3. Do we get one more push up? And then we get the old 4 LDT maybe?
Hey, John, can you hear me?
Yep.
All right. I think we got it all worked out. It hasn't crashed in 10 minutes, so hopefully we're out of the doghouse here.
Yeah. What was this? What do you think the solution was?
Well, he had me drop a lot of my days of data off, and I dropped off my 89s, and so I'm down to 4 charts on the NQ. I got to figure out what the problem. That's just, my machine should be able to handle, up to 20 charts. You would think, no problem.
Yeah.
So
open a ticket.
Yeah, I am. All right.
Open a ticket and let the Algobox boys
step in and figure out
work
where the
their
problem
magic.
is. Yeah. All right. So
they troubleshoot this shit every year. We don't.
Yeah. All right.
We do not. All right.
So
channel is
green.
Flip it over to green.
Top of my greens.
Yep. And Bob, I'm going to flip over to your charts. I'm going to mute myself, and I'm going to step away for a few.
Okay. Very good.
Should be good to go now. We're looking at your charts, sir.
Yep. I see him up there. We're good. All right, folks. So we got 60 people in the house, 38 likes. If you haven't already, do me a favor and hit that like button. And I've got a whopping speed of 0 on my 3s. So I'm just kind of hanging out, trying to see where this thing is going to go. Trying to stalk a new trade. Looks like we bumped back into my open range for the night on both the NQ and the ES. All right. So was that the pump fake down, and now we're going to go up? And that was a nice little pop. I'm guessing the answer to that was yes. Jorge, what I do for the open range is it's just a simple calculation on my you look on my charts, I'm showing my 30-minute volume profile chart, and so the pink bar is the top of my open range, the pink bar is the lower end of my open range, and basically it starts at 6 o'clock, and I let it mature through, let it develop for the first 45 minutes of the session, and that establishes the high and the low. And you can see that what it did was, it'll typically do this. It'll come in with a good pump fake one way, and then it will do a pump fake. It'll actually go the other way until the London Open, at which point it tends to come back down like so. You guys can see that on my screen. So that's how I play the open range, or that's how I use the open range to give me a decent feel for what the bias is, what my bias is for the thesis is for the night.
Double delta NQ on the 6.
I'll take that off, and I'm going to put that back up where it belongs. We'll play it by ear. Hope that helped, guys. I saw Joe make a comment. Oh, he retracted the comment. Okay. Adam, did John talk to you about, did he address that trade copier issue? Anytime, Jorge. Hey, Gray Wolf, what's happening, brother? Just got a text from my car insurance company, and I'm having to deal with that right now. All right, I'm back, guys. So that was a nice little pop-up. All right. All right, so what are we looking at here? We're at the top of the green channels on both the 3s and the 9s. Whopping speeds again of 5. A little bit in the overbought condition. Actually, we're quite a bit into the overbought condition. My MACD is very elevated, and all right. Looks like Delta is lessening. How are we looking over on the 42s? Okay, so I just got another double delta. So Clark, that'll give you a quick explanation. It basically reveals the large-scale institutional buying and selling activity by analyzing order flow data. You nor I nor 100 of us trading 50 contracts is enough to tip the needle in either direction on the order flow basis. So the only people that can do that, they can manage to do that of any size enough to tip the needle, is going to be an institution. So what the delta dump indicates, and I'll raise it up down here so that you can see it, is you can see where huge orders were thrown out in the market or bought up or sold. Actually, these were going to be bought, and so on and so forth. And so you can see how there is less and less delta after the spike. You can see how that comes down in the same way here. As you get a big spike, you'll see a natural transition up. So what the spike is telling us here, the green spike here, is that we had basically 2 delta dumps right here back to back, or not back to back, but closely related. And the same thing here is we had 2 green spikes, and that gives me the red order flow ready up. Anytime, Clark. And if you you're looking at the YouTube channel and you scroll down, you'll see that under more, you'll see a link to Docs. The very first one, it says, "What is Algobox?" And that, let me pull it into the screen. So right here, you'll see "What is Algobox?" And there's a link to docs.algoboxpro.com. And if you open that tab, it will take you in to that, and then we can get to the docs.algoboxpro.com tab or site, and there's everything is basically explained here in a very very nice way. So here's double delta, and you'll see that as Vinny has actually put this up here, so you can see a double delta up here, double delta here, which indicates that you're going to see, you're going to see a movement in the opposite direction. So, and the same thing here, you get the spikes here, the delta spikes here. As you go up higher, now you can start expecting a movement down. And that's how we use delta. And that's not a very good explanation, Adam, on my part, but Adam, Vinny does a great job of explaining it. So in the going back to the video or to our stream, the very first link there will get you to docs.algoboxpro.com. I try to set up the Nightbot to throw those out there and give you links. It's the charts on the left, different time frame. So, but take a look at that and see if that helps you. I hope it does. And keep the questions coming, and we'll do our best to answer them. Anytime, Clark. Anytime. All right. There are 57 people in the house, and we have 42 likes.
Touch NQ on the
If you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button. Appreciate it. A little bit goes a long way. So I got the ready up on the threes at the top of the green channel at the volume bar, at the resistance bar, but I did not get a signal to go short, although I wanted to. And if you look over here on the blow up of my MACV, I really am waiting. I wanted this to get a little bit higher than at 9. I wanted it to get to the 10s, possibly even as high as 12s. But if you look over here, you'll notice on the OBS that we came back below the 70 mark. So we were overbought, and now the market is changing directions and going back to an getting out of its over condition. So we just busted through. Okay, I'm going to try that off of there. I'm looking at this 50 cent down here at the bottom. We're coming up on King Timon on the threes. I think I'd like to see it come down a little bit more. Possibly the back right here of this 50 cent. Got a green dot telling us that we're in good shape. Kind of elevated on the channels on the 9s, but speed is picking up a little bit. So I wish I would have caught this movement down. I do. Didn't quite get the opportunity, but I was trying to catch the move down to the back of that shark. But my head's on a swivel and I kind of miss it. It could be. Could be. John's got the audio turned on over on his end. There's not a lot I can do to change it on my end tonight. When he gets back, I'm sure that he's going to he'll take a look at that and see if he can crank me up a little bit. Is anybody else having trouble with my audio? Thanks, Dak. Thank you, Obi. Okay, so be a little bit more specific. The red shadow box on the left or the right? See, I wanted to take that. I wanted to take that, and I could have caught at least a 10 bag there. Oh, that would have been 26. Yes, you need 3 ready up, and we just got it. Yeah, my head is on a swivel, so we would be looking at something like that for the Titanic zone. Interesting how that fits neatly right in between my channels. Oh, okay. So, Brian, you're talking about that red box right there. Got a supermoon on the 2s. Which way is it? Which color is it? Johnny, what color is your supermoon? Short or long? Brian, those are my support and resistance bars. Let's see here if I can do this. And we just got another delta ready up on the 3s. All right, let's try that again. So Brian, those are actually alga bars. They're not Rinko bars.
Yeah, so those bar types, and that's actually part of the Algobox install. but comes with the purchase of Algobox.
So they are a proprietary type of bar, and they remove the time element from the chart, and it really tries to give you a good understanding. So here I'm showing from Algobox Pro docs.pro. Hey John, I'm having trouble talking.
Docs.algoboxpro.com.
Say that 10 times real fast, okay? So the best chart here is to kind of look at. You can see how smooth the transition is, giving you a better representation as opposed to the herky-jerkiness of the time bars or the time charts down below. Assuming this is showing up on my screen now, John. Yeah.
Yep. It's there.
All right, there you go.
Yeah, what it allows you to do is stay in the direction of a trend. It allows you to trade a trend a little bit better. And obviously, it's all completely focused on price action rather than
Time. Right. John, I know your day is going to be incredibly busy tomorrow.
Yeah, I've got a big one.
Yeah, I've got a really big day tomorrow as well, between insurance companies, car dealerships, and that design build project. What time do you want to try to wrap this up? It's coming up
no
on
later
10
than
o'clock
11 Eastern.
Okay. All right. I'm good with that.
Yeah. Yeah,
All
I've just got I actually have a full week.
Yeah,
this week.
that's.
I'm not going to be able to do the 2 a.m. streams. I think honestly, those days for me are over. At least in the first half of this year, we've got way too much business first half of this year to. And as a matter of fact, I mean, when we get into the spring, I don't even know if I'm going to be available to do this. It might be you and Jesse having to carry it at that point.
No, it's not a problem. I'll be here.
From May through August, I am 100% booked. Already.
No, I hear you. We've got several projects coming out of the ground, and my busiest part is time during a project is the very beginning and then the very end. So, I mean, it is. I mean, there's just getting everything ramped up, kicked off, and Brian starts a new job tomorrow. Congratulations, Brian. Good luck.
Hey, Brian. Bob? Which chart are you on? Are you on the Algobox 3s? What size are you on?
Yeah, I'm on the 3s.
So, Brian, if you're using Renko bars now, you can use a 6-3 pattern, and that will get you somewhat close to the Algobox 3.
Oh, you know what tonight is, John? I know what tonight is.
What?
Tonight is the last night of Vinny's sale. So we will still have a 50% off code for tomorrow, but the package will change and will no longer include Enigma after tonight. So if you want the package, whether it be the gold package, the regular package, or the monthly package, and you want to get it with with Enigma, you better go ahead and you better get it tonight. And if you would, please use our code Nomad. But tonight is the last night. That sale turns into a pumpkin at midnight. John, I have no idea how to equate that. The 12, 3, 8, 3, or 24. 20/4. I don't know how to equate that to Algobars. I do know that the 6.3 that you described earlier, that lines up with the Algobar 3s.
Yeah, it's as close to the Algobar 3s. I've not messed around with anything else. I did for a brief period of time, just looked at it just for shits and giggles, and well, my penchant for shits and giggles took too long. So I just left it the hell alone. But I do know that on the 6.3, that gets you close to the Algobar 3s, and that gets you close to the Ripple chart. But as far as our higher end time charts, the best thing you can do to match up the tide and wave, obviously those range bars, so you can do those, the 89 range, and then for the tide and the wave, you can do a 24 range.
John, I'm going to hit the head real quick. I'll be right back. Can you hold this down for just a minute?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
So we're getting a third ready up over here on Bob's charts and mine. I'll switch back over. We'll take a look. I'm gonna look for a trap. I hate how we haven't had like a real strong push up. All right. Let's see if we can get a little bit of action. Oh, my stream is a little lagging on YouTube over here. Let me pop back to live. Yeah, that's a very cool deal that he's pulled together. Actually, I think that there was some talk of it on the stream. We did a stream Friday night, just to kind of decompress from the week. We did a little market replay too, which was actually a boat ton of fun. And we had some requests out of that, so hopefully you guys, he opened it up, so hopefully you guys follow through. Brian, it doesn't suck at all. That's why we're here, man. It's a good community. Hey, we learn from other folks too, so this is by no means do I feel like I have the world figured out by any stretch. So
Upper bands touch NQ on the 42.
Everybody's welcome here. Keeps us on our toes and makes us also reinforce our own learning. So doesn't hurt my feelings at all. MP, what's happening, buddy? Yeah, Market Replay Friday was a ton of fun. I wish I could trade that well in my normal day to day, that's for sure. Yeah, that was a fast market. What's funny is I did do some practice last night, so I was trading. I can't remember the dates that I picked. It was days I know I was traveling on, so it was days I actually hadn't traded, and it was at 380 bars, and I was running it at 2x speed, still trading it. XMP, I think we're yeah, the Friday evening thing is that would be cool. Ferdy, thanks for stopping by. We are the Day Trading Nomads. So you've got myself, my name's John. We've got Bob, who is off stream at this very moment, but we'll be back in a momentarily. And then Jesse James, who is enjoying some time away from the stream tonight. He'll be back on later potentially. But we're here every night for the Asian session. The market replay stuff, I feel like we learn more from that than we do. The only thing I don't like is it doesn't fall in line with the teachings that, you know, you trade a setup 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times in a row, that same setup, and then move on to the next one, you know, the way Vinny teaches it. So you take trade 1 and trade it 5 times in a row, and then you take trade 2 and trade it 5 times in a row, take trade 3 and trade it 5 times in a row. That way you can ingrain what those setups look like and ingrain your reaction time. Well, hopefully we can help you become successful with it. If that's something that you aspire to do, we're happy to work alongside. I'll admit, guys, I'm being super selective on trades, just due to what my stated goal is for every day. Unless it is an absolute primo setup while you're seeing my charts, which is right now, I am not at all interested in trading it. Jesse said it. I've got 55 accounts plus a cash account, so I am being super selective because I don't have to trade. I have to take my time, and you're not missing much of anything, Jesse. It's a pretty slow market tonight. Kind of been sideways all night. $55. Yep. So 40 Apex, 40 ETF, 5 tick, 5 Tradeify, 3 MFF, 2
Enigma short on the NQ3
plus cash. And we'll start the speed up the loading of market replay. I don't know. I mean, I know you can use Speedy Chart in Market Replay, right? I know Vinny posted a thing on Discord about using Speedy Chart, and the other night we saw the benefit to that. Total capital. So I don't think you can look at it the same way, right? So it's all about what your drawdown is. So 2,000, let me get a calculator out. That's 40. So that's 90. Probably about 140K, something in that neighborhood, plus cash. I do copy trade on Apex. I'm a Replicanto user. Admittedly, Algobox has a trade copier built into it, but I've used Replicanto for, I don't know, shit. I mean, Brian, I mean, if you go watch the market replay we did Friday night, I mean, I didn't do anything crazy. It took no more than four contracts, and in 35 minutes, I was up $3,000. That's not the way I trade it, though. I'm looking for one. I mean, ideally, I'm looking for one setup I can take for 40 ticks, make $200 per account, call it a day, and move on. And bankroll, that's exactly why I like trading with Replicanto, because I can do. I mean, what you could do is scale out. You could scale out of the trade by entering in micros in the other direction. But you have to remember to close them all when you're said and done, right? It's not a complete one-for-one. It's not a perfect one-for-one because obviously commissions are different, things of that sort, but that's exactly why I like Replicanto, because I can cross-trade 10 micros. So I can trade off of the primary chart and cross-trade. When is that Enigma nullified for the short? So the stop goes behind the Enigma, so about 514. So I'm not taking it because it goes against the trend of the current trend. So our current trend, if you look at the channel regulators on the nines, current trend is up. Channel regulators are green, so yeah, you're exactly right, Brian. So take that. I mean, ultimately, the goal for the prop firms is to build out, a significant cash position, so that way I can trade with cash exclusively. So that Enigma may work. It's just against the grain of the way I like to trade. So look, there's a lot of trades I pass up that work. There's a lot of trades that I take that go against me, right? It's just it doesn't fit my criteria for it. So you just crossed over. Your moving averages were crossing over long. They're still fairly flat, but your moving averages are crossing over long. So we're right dead in the middle of the fiddle zone. I'm not interested in taking a short right there. Even though I'm short biased. Yeah, I'm talking about just not even on the. I'm looking at it from just the moving averages standpoint. So that's one of the filters I've used for a while now. The only way I would take a short is if the 50 was below the 200. So you've got the two golden ropes. So you have the two golden ropes. So the one that's above right now is the fast, and that tells me that price is moving up faster than. Doesn't mean that this enigma doesn't actually work. Just means it doesn't meet my criteria. Again, I'm trying to take one, maybe two trades a day at this point. Which is going to make this streaming stuff a little bit more interesting. Yeah, so the only thing I'd say, the other thing too, missile, is this fast move down, to me, looks like it's a trap of shorts. So your trap move is actually your fast move down was actually short. So that would actually tell me long is probably the play. Because if it's fast, it won't last, right? So you can see this move down, straight leg down. You can't trust that direction at that point. Now, does it turn and go? It'll prove me a liar here in about 2 minutes. Watch. Oh, it's all good. Like I said, it could prove me a liar pretty quickly too. Markets have been known to do that. Yeah, so the only thing I'd say to any of the folks that are trying to trade with prop firms is the folks I've seen that have been successful with it have been slow and steady traders, have been super uber disciplined. My biggest payouts have been when I was it was stupid simple, my strategy, and it was very, very slow paced, very methodical. I wasn't trying to make $1,000 a day in a 50K account. Where I got into trouble with prop firms is when I had one day that was a $2,800 day green, and then I decided I could do that more often. Not over trading necessarily, it's oversizing. That's where I've classically gotten myself in trouble, is I get oversized. Take profit? I know Mike uses them. He endorses them. I've never used them, admittedly. And I'm still the MFF and the Blue Sky are still, I'm still evals on those guys. So I just got them Friday. We'll see how it works out. They've been around for a while. I know they've been around since I've been looking at prop firms. So it's not like they're new to the game. It's not like they popped up overnight. They have very distinct, tight rules. So I would think they're probably harder for most people to pass. I mean, my favorites are Apex and MFF. I won't lie. I like MFF's tooling, and I've been impressed with Tradify and TickTick. Yeah, those are probably people that are breaking rules that are not. The rules are to protect both the prop firm as well as all of us that are trying to gain payouts from them, right? So there's been a lot of conversation around prop firms on here over the past month and a half, 2 months. Admittedly, I knew nothing about Tradify and TickTick until Jesse brought them to my attention. I don't mind them. I'm not going to run afoul of them. So you probably a smart move, sir. It's market's not going anywhere in a hurry, and that's why I'm just kind of sitting and waiting. I have no interest in taking a trade and getting on the wrong side of something, because as soon as it does, it'll rip. TickTick has the best account sizing as far as relative drawdown to account size. Although the milestone plans with MFF are very, very attractive to me. Now, of course, they're much more expensive, right? I mean, you're $422 for like the 50K milestone. See, Lucas, my problem is when I make a 5K day, I think I can do that every day. And for me to make a 5K day in a prop firm account, typically I'm sized in 50Ks. Then I'm probably A, over trading, and B, oversized. And the reality is I'm probably doing both. BK, take care. Bob and the boys will be back on tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern. This sure is looking like it might roll over for you there, Missile. Not. That's why I'm honestly that's why I've spent so much time back testing and in market replay around the Titanic Zone plays inside of Algobox, because I feel like I can take one trade and make my entire day on a single contract. So I'm never oversized. Because you could see, if you go back to Friday nights, market replay, it was pretty epic to watch a single contract go for $1,000. I think the measured move was like 280 ticks. And it hit it. All off of a Titanic zone play. So a no list issue, what does that mean? Oh, dork, no sir. Those suck. Hopefully it goes well. Missile, what do you mean by no list issue? Ah, gotcha. You're talking about the morning list thing. Am I angry with anyone? Did I get enough rest? Yeah. It's a real thing. It's a real thing. Gotta have a clear head. Gotta be well rested. Yeah, it hasn't made the push down yet.
Hey, John, can you hear
Bob,
me?
what's up, buddy? Yep, I can hear you just fine, bud.
I thought I'd been talking to you this whole time. I took that Enigma short.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. And I've watched it go up and I've watched it go down. And I finally got $20 to the good and took my profit.
I mean, we've got that little Titanic zone set up in front of it, but what I don't like is the trap went below it.
Yeah, no, I hear you. So I have a 22.1. I think you have the same Enigma.
Yep.
And at the time, it was closer to the top of my channels. And naturally, now that I'm out of it, I don't know if anybody else is in it, but I closed that at 507.50. So I got 4 ticks out of it. And naturally now it's going down. I was thinking we were going to get the target, and the longer it just sat there, and it gave me what is Jesse call it? A graceful exit where I can take $20 profit. I went ahead and took it.
Pete, I think I said it earlier on the stream. I mean, I've been looking for a play back to value area high on the weekly. Seems like we just missed it because it's at 477.50. So I've been looking for something to get to there, but admittedly, we haven't gotten it. I figured we would at least touch it by now, but it hasn't quite happened. It hadn't played out the way I thought it would.
Look at this dude take. Look at it. It's gonna hit target.
It is.
And actually, as soon as I get out of it, it breaks the low. So naturally. So I think you said that. I heard you say that Missile was actually short as well. So hopefully he got a few more bucks out of it.
Missile just said he liked that Enigma.
Oh, okay.
Because if it was after those ready ups there, it's just one of those plays. Then to me, it's questionable. So if it's not obvious, there's no point in taking it.
Right. And I shouldn't have taken it. I mean, the speeds alone dictate that you stay out of it. Right?
Yep.
John, are you going to be around this week?
There's an outside chance I'm traveling the rest of this week.
Okay. All right.
I'll know more come tomorrow.
I don't expect that I'm going to be back in town. Waiting for my car to. Dealing with the insurance company is going to take longer than dealing with the car dealer.
Mechanics?
Car dealership. Yeah. Yeah. You would think that would be covered under road hazard, though, right?
I think it'd be covered underneath comprehensive, worst case.
Okay. Just hoping it doesn't take as long as it took your truck to get fixed.
Mine was just due to the extensive damage. Internal engine, it wasn't. And mine was not insurance related, mine was warranty related.
Gotcha.
But I mean, it took them
weeks.
Yeah, I was without a truck for what, 3 weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the parts availability on that was a problem. But there was a lot of damage done too, so.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how much damage there was done. Hopefully it didn't take out the transmission.
Hopefully not.
All right. I've gone through, I think I need to take stock in hauls, buy stock in hauls, because I have eaten so many cough drops over the last few weeks. Like, I bet you the number is somewhere close to 200.
Jesus.
Yeah. I can't, my I was talking to Mike when we were working on my screens, and I have no energy. Now, I know didn't you say you had this before I did? The crud?
I didn't have the same thing you guys had.
Okay. All right.
I didn't have that. I mean, I had something, but it wasn't that.
Gotcha.
You guys had like.
So, I'm convinced it was the bird flu. I don't know. There was a doctor out in a group of doctors out in California that said that everything they're calling RSV over the last 6 weeks was actually the bird flu.
Really?
Yeah. And they were talking about it hitting pandemic levels out there.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't know if I told you, but Bobby is back at home. Did I tell you that?
Yeah, you said that.
Okay.
Good to hear.
Yeah.
Good to hear they doped him up and sent him on his way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bob was close to his damn deathbed.
I tell you, John, I say
that kind of
jokingly, but serious.
Yeah, exactly. But now that he's back, we can all definitively say that it was really still the witness protection due to the Diddy trial.
Diddy wasn't that bad.
The FBI rolled up on his Airstream, and he had a big case of lube in the bottom of it. It was the 10 gallons of baby oil in the case of lube that got him in trouble.
That's right. That's right. Hey, do we have any new subscribers tonight?
542.
So we picked up 2 tonight. Okay.
There you go.
The race to 1,000. Okay, I got it getting ready. It's getting ready to pop out the top of that that zone. It's just not going anywhere fast. I got breakneck speeds of 0 BPS.
Yeah,
So,
nothing.
John, one of the things I had to do was lose my 1s and my 2s. It's just like my machine is struggling right now, and I don't know why. But I'm going to file a ticket, get Curtis or Neo to check it out tomorrow.
I would
see if they can figure out what the hell's going on, because I shouldn't be having these many problems. I'm not convinced that it's an Algobox issue. I think it's a Ninja Trader issue. But I haven't updated. I think you and I are still on the same version.
I'm on 8.13.
Let me check and see.
I had a lot of problems last week. Hell, I had problems.
I thought you said you did. 8.13
problems.
8.8.1.3.1.
Yep.
So
I had a lot of issues last week.
I'm going to check back with you. So I'm $12.50 on my small account challenge. I'm up $12.50 for the night.
There you go. I'm still waiting on my deposit.
Are you kidding me?
Still waiting on it.
It's been a week, man.
Almost.
Wow.
Almost. Still hasn't come through.
So Brian said he.
I'm expecting that. I'm expecting it'll clear tomorrow.
Okay.
And as soon as it does, I'll start trading.
Okay. Well, I'm up a grand total of
not there.
I'm up a grand total of $33.91 on my $500 account challenge, small account challenge.
There you go. Jeff, I'm still waiting for the same one. I didn't wire. I should have wired it. I was like, oh, they can do the debit card option. This is easy. I'll just do that. I didn't read the fine print.
What did the fine print say, John?
Then it'll take like 3 business days to clear. That's why I said tomorrow it should clear.
Okay.
Isaac, what's up? Yeah, J-Trade, I was so stupid when I did it. What I should have done is just transfer $500 out of my and create another account.
John, do you do that online?
What's that, the wire?
No, the set up the new account.
Yes. You can call them as well.
Okay, I'm going to call them. I'll add that to my list of things to do tomorrow, because I'd really like to break that out.
Yeah, it was the first time I'd ever used the damn debit card. It was so silly. I was just being stupid by trying to take the easy way out.
So, John, how was the fishing trip?
Amazing.
So
I love the Keys, though.
When are you and Joe moving down there to the Keys?
Next week, if I could. Actually, I would already be there. That's why this has to work. This whole prop firm plan of mine has to pay off.
No, I hear you, man. I hear you. We have to gain financial independence so that we can live our dreams.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I've got my normal day job is looking pretty good right now. So that is ultimately where I'll achieve the financial independence I seek. But this sure would help accelerate some of the toy purchases that are going to be required.
Oh yeah. So would you think about buying down there?
Yeah. I mean, my ultimate goal is not to actually own a house.
No, you want to live in a boat and go to work in a rubber dink. I get it.
Yeah, my house will be a floating condo. That is my goal. Don't get me wrong, you need a place to dock it, so hopefully you or Joe will have a nice big house with about 100 foot of dockage for me.
That would be Joe. If you're waiting on me, because I was sitting here thinking, I've got that camper up there. That thing would be nicely suited down there in the Keys somewhere, don't you think?
It absolutely would.
So maybe we ought to think about doing that, because the idea of your sister going back to bring in that camper back in the backwoods is, I'm going to say, a pipe dream.
She'll never see the inside of that thing ever again.
No.
In the current
her dream
location.
of full timing, her dream of full timing is pretty much gone.
Yes. Never reached target, Bob.
No, it never did.
And it's gonna crack. Did.
So I got out of that with 4 ticks. I could have got about, I don't know, maybe another 10 or 12 out of it. But
hold on, Jesse says he has a dock for me.
Do what?
Jesse says he has a dock for me. He says I'll host your boat living. Perfect. We'll just pull the yacht up outside of Jesse's house.
Okay. Wait, Jesse's on the water?
I guess so.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, Brian. So I'm in the middle of building a business right now, so that will be my path to. This will be the second company we've built. So, Skylar, what's up? I'll pull up with the jet skis. Look at this. Well, yeah, the idea is to be down in the Keys. Or the Redneck Riviera, one of the two. Probably the Keys.
Keys are beautiful, man.
Yeah, that's kind of home base. I've got a real close friend of mine that spends a lot of time on his 82-foot yacht, and he loves that lifestyle. As a matter of fact, when I was heading to the Keys, he's like, I'm loading up, going to the Bahamas for a week. I was like, you suck.
How long do you think it takes him to make the jump across?
Not long at all.
Less than an hour?
No. It's 45 nautical miles from basically Fort Lauderdale, so Lighthouse Point, which is Pompano actually, to Freeport. So you check in Freeport and then continue on.
So what is he taking? Is he taking the yacht or is he taking the speedboat?
The yacht.
Okay.
He's got an 82-foot hat.
God. Alrighty.
It's a sick boat. And on the bow of it, he's got a 18-foot poling skiff on it. It's the ideal, perfect setup.
There you go.
He doesn't trade at all. He's a business partner of mine, and he's also he's done a lot in commercial real estate over the years. His trading is for fun, and it's all just like stocks.
It tried to take target again, John. Did it crack back?
It already cracked the. It's close to cracking the back of that. If it didn't, it would have probably got me anyway. That could be the trap to get people thinking they're going long.
Yeah. Get a ready up across.
Channels are red.
And the channels are red. And the boss just got home. You'll hear some, surprised we're not hearing the ankle biters down there. But it did take
Bankroll,
target.
I wish I can do this. Bankroll, I could go ahead and do that. I guarantee you, though, if you took the opposite position of that, you would make bank.
What did Bankroll say?
Or maybe you do it and tell us how it goes.
Did I miss a comment from Bankroll?
Yeah, Bankroll says, F it, go long in Q, short oil, leave it at that.
Dude, I definitely do not see that comment.
It's in a live chat.
Oh, the live chat. Okay. Yep, there it is. We get paid. Okay, there you go.
I hope so. It's probably a hell of a lot easier than doing what I'm doing right now, which is staring at a chart. But yeah, I've got a number of friends that live the boat life, and they love it. A buddy of mine spent a year, well, shouldn't say a full year. He spent 6 months over in the Exumas on his sailboat. And he had a YouTube channel that was just for his buddies to keep up with his journeys. And I'll admit, every day when he'd post another video of himself walking a Bahamian flat, fly fishing for bonefish, I was envious every time I saw it. So much so that I thought about ending my friendship with him. Pretty crazy how that goes. I was definitely pretty envious every time I would open up YouTube and it was his little but now he's back in the States working again to make more money to go back and do it again. Let's see here. We are not going anywhere tonight. This is frustrating.
Yeah, I know. Big old whopping speed of 1. Oh, I gotta take my meds and I'm off the bed real soon, John.
Yeah, I mean, if this isn't moving, there's no point in
Prolonging the agony?
now, because I'm not going to prolong it personally.
I have so little confidence of what direction this is going. I've already turned off all my. I turned off Replicano. I've closed out all my prop firm accounts for the night because I don't want to make a stupid mistake. Granted, I'm only up $120 across nine accounts. That's enough. That's $1,000 for the day. I'm good. Not a bad Sunday. Make $1,000.
I'll
right?
admit, I have one account I made $35 in, and actually, it's only $30 and some odd cents.
Yeah,
After commissions.
I think I'm done for the night. If I do anything, it's going to be sim, and I just assume it's 10:30. John, I think we. I don't have a problem in the world saying goodnight to all these kind folks and getting a good night's sleep and preparing for tomorrow.
Sounds good. Well, we can wrap it up here. I mean, it's not really moving. I'd love to hang out, but
I think we need some sleep. I'm good. Folks, it's been a great night. Thanks for coming out. We picked up a couple of new subscribers. We are now up to 544, John. Actually, we're up to 546. Thanks for coming out. If you haven't hit that like button, if you have that subscribe button, do me a favor, hit it on your way out. And we will, I don't think John will be with us tomorrow, but Jesse, I'll be back at 7. And I think Jesse will be joining in, later on in the evening since he's on the West Coast. So I look forward to seeing everybody again tomorrow. John, thanks for hanging out. Hey, John, thanks for taking over. I'm going to try to work through those technical difficulties tomorrow.
We'll work through them tomorrow at some point.
Yeah, and try to get out in front of that tomorrow. But everybody, thanks for coming out. And John, you got the controls, so I'll leave it up to you to say goodnight.
Yep. Thanks again, Bob. Appreciate it. See you guys tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern. Take care.
Bye, guys.